This video contains mature content and is not intended for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
I know. This is an old story, but horror is timeless. Thus, this story is and will be forever timeless. Horror has always been a part of human culture, from ancient ghost stories whispered around fires to terrifying films that make people jump out of their seats. But as technology has evolved, so too has the way we experience fear. Today, we are witnessing a new form of horror that isn't born from human imagination alone. Instead, it comes from an unexpected source: artificial intelligence. One of the most fascinating examples of this is Loab, an AI-generated horror character who has captured the internet's imagination in the most unsettling way. To understand why Loab is so intriguing, it's important to know how AI-generated art works. AI art generators use algorithms to create images based on prompts given by users. Think of it like a supercharged version of those drawing games where someone describes a scene and an artist sketches it. But instead of a person drawing, it's a computer analyzing massive amounts of data from images across the internet to produce something new. The AI doesn't think or feel the way humans do. It simply recognizes patterns and generates images based on those patterns. Loab was discovered by an AI artist on Twitter known as Supercomposite. While experimenting with AI image generation, Supercomposite used a technique called negative prompt weighing. This means telling the AI to create the opposite of a specific idea. For example, if you ask the AI for the opposite of a cheerful sunny day, it might generate an image of a dark stormy night. But when Supercomposite tried this with this prompt, requesting the opposite of actor Marlon Brando, this generated a skyline logo with cryptic lettering. Attempting to generate the opposite of this image using this prompt, it yielded a haunting image of a woman's face. No matter how the prompts were altered, the face remained unaltered, and above her image appeared the cryptic letters L-O-A-B. Loab's appearance is striking and unsettling. She often has hollow, sorrowful eyes, a distorted face, and is surrounded by dark, disturbing imagery. What makes her even more chilling is that her features remain consistent across different images, even when the AI is given unrelated prompts. It's as if she exists somewhere deep within the AI's creative process, waiting to emerge whenever certain conditions are met. This is unusual because AI-generated images are typically random and varied. The fact that Loab keeps appearing suggests that the AI has, in some strange way, latched onto her image. The discovery of Loab sparked a wave of fascination and fear online. People began to speculate about how and why the AI created such a disturbing character. Some even suggested that Loab was a kind of digital ghost, a spirit trapped within the AI. Of course, this isn't literally true. AI doesn't have consciousness or supernatural abilities, right? But the idea of a recurring, haunting figure emerging from a machine taps into deep primal fears about the unknown and uncontrollable. What makes Loab particularly interesting is how she reflects our own fears about technology. We often think of AI as a tool that we control, designed to make our lives easier. But when AI produces something unexpected and unsettling, it challenges the sense of control. Loab's existence raises questions about what happens when technology creates things we don't fully understand. The discovery of Loab is a fascinating tale that highlights the unpredictable and often eerie capabilities of artificial intelligence in the realm of image generation. Loab emerged not through deliberate creation, but as an accidental byproduct of experimentation with AI-driven art tools. What made Loab particularly fascinating was not just her initial image, but the consistency in which her likeness reappeared in subsequent AI-generated images. Supercomposite found that attempts to modify or distance new images from the original would often result in even more disturbing variations of Loab. Her face seemed to haunt the AI model, re-emerging with persistent, almost sentient-like determination. This phenomenon sparked widespread curiosity. Was it a quirk in the AI's algorithm, or did it suggest something deeper about the way these models process and generate images? The persistent reoccurrence of Loab's features, despite the varied prompts and parameters, suggested that the AI had somehow latched onto her likeness in a way that defied simple explanation. Loab's unsettling presence has inspired a range of theories, some rooted in technical explanations, others veering into the realm of digital folklore. AI image generators work through complex mathematical models. These models are trained on massive datasets containing millions of images and concepts. When you input a prompt, the AI pulls from these layers of data to create something new. The theory, Loab could be the result of an unusual combination of hidden patterns within the AI's neural network. It's like stumbling upon a strange face hidden in the static of an old TV, except in this case, the static is vast layers of AI-generated patterns that accidentally aligned in the right way to create her. Pareidolia is the human tendency to see faces or patterns in random objects, like spotting animals in clouds or faces on the moon. Some theorists suggest that Loab is a digital version of this phenomenon. The idea? The AI isn't haunted. Our brains are simply hardwired to recognize faces, especially creepy ones. Because Loab's face is distorted and strange, she triggers a stronger emotional reaction, making us think there's something supernatural going on when it's just our minds filling in the blanks. Another theory is that Loab is an echo of the data the AI was trained on. Even if the training images were never meant to create something horrifying, the AI mixes and matches fragments of countless images to generate new ones. What this could mean is, Loab's face might be an accidental blend of multiple unrelated images from the dataset merged in a way that forms a consistently creepy figure. The red cheeks, the distorted features, the dark backgrounds might be visual artifacts from completely unrelated concepts, stitched together by the AI without understanding how unsettling the result would be. This is where things get a little more surreal. In folklore, a tulpa is an entity created purely from thought, a surreal being so vividly imagined that it feels real. Some online theories jokingly refer to Loab as a digital tulpa. Why? Because the more people talk about her, share her image, and speculate about her origins, the more real she feels in the collective imagination. Loab has become more than just an AI image. She's evolved into a modern myth shaped by the internet fascination and fear. Artificial intelligence has revolutionized many fields, and creative expression is no exception. The emergence of AI-generated art, literature, and even music has sparked debates on the nature of creativity, authorship, and the boundaries of artistic expression. The case of Loab exemplifies how AI can both challenge and expand our understanding of creative process. AI's role in creative expression has evolved rapidly over the past decade. Initially, AI was used for simple generative tasks such as creating basic patterns or completing sequences. However, with the advent of advanced machine learning models, particularly those employing deep learning techniques, AI capabilities have expanded to include complex artistic endeavors. Generative adversarial networks, or GANs, have been a significant breakthrough in this area. GANs consist of two neural networks, a generator that creates new content and a discriminator that evaluates its quality. This dynamic allows AI to produce increasingly sophisticated and realistic outputs, from hyper-realistic images to intricate musical compositions. The faces that you're looking at right now are not real people, but AI-generated reality. The music that is playing in the background was generated by AI as well. The discovery of Loab highlighted AI's potential to create not just aesthetically pleasing art, but also emotionally resonant and unsettling imagery. Loab emerged from an AI image generation process where the model was prompted to create visual content based on specific input cues. What was unexpected was the model's ability to consistently produce images featuring a haunting female figure, evoking a strong emotional response from viewers. Loab's creation demonstrates that AI can tap into the psychological underpinnings of horror, an emotional and cognitive reaction that traditionally relies on human experiences and cultural context. The eeriness of Loab's images is not just in their visual composition, but in the way they resonate with deep-seated fears and discomforts, illustrating AI's capacity to engage with complex human emotions. For artists, AI serves as both a collaborator and a tool. It can generate new ideas, suggest novel compositions, and even mimic specific artistic styles. This partnership allows artists to explore uncharted creative territories and push the boundaries of traditional art forms. However, this also raises questions about the authorship and originality. When an AI generates a piece of art, who is the true creator? Is it the AI, the programmer who designed the algorithm, or the artist who provided the input and curated the output? The case of Loab blurs these lines, as the character's distinct identity emerged not from a single artist's vision, but from the repetitive interactions between human prompts and AI responses. The creation of unsettling or disturbing content like Loab also brings ethical considerations to the forefront. AI-generated art can be used to evoke powerful emotions, but it can also inadvertently produce content that is disturbing or harmful. This raises questions about the responsibilities of AI developers, artists, and the platforms in curating and managing such content. Moreover, the potential for AI to generate deepfakes and other forms of manipulated media adds another layer of complexity. While Loab represents a fictional horror character, the same technology can be used to create realistic but false representations of real people, leading to potential misuse in disinformation and privacy violations. The story of Loab is more than just a tale of eerie images and digital experimentation. It is a testament to the profound impact of artificial intelligence on creative expression and the human psyche. Loab's accidental creation through a process of negative prompt weighing reveals the unpredictable nature of AI-generated content and the unexpected depth it can achieve, even in the absence of traditional artistic intent. Loab's emergence challenges our understanding of art, creativity, and the boundaries between human and machine-generated works. Unlike conventional horror characters crafted through meticulous storytelling and visual design, Loab was born from an algorithm responding to inverse data, creating something disturbingly human-like without any conscious direction. This phenomenon forces us to reconsider the nature of creativity itself. Can a machine truly create art? Or is it merely reflecting the data and biases fed into it? Moreover, Loab's unsettling images resonate on a psychological level, tapping into the deep-seated fears of the uncanny valley effect, where something appears almost human but has subtle differences that evoke discomfort. This reaction is not just about the visuals themselves, but about the realization that an emotionless algorithm can produce something that profoundly affects human emotions. It blurs the line between intentional art and accidental creation, suggesting that the essence of horror can emerge from randomness and algorithmic processes. Furthermore, Loab is more than an AI-generated horror character. It is a mirror reflecting our hopes, fears, and questions about the future of creativity and technology. It challenges us to think critically about the role of AI in society and the ways in which it can influence, inspire, and even unsettle us. As we navigate this new frontier, the story of Loab will remain a piercing example of how art, technology, and human emotions are intricately intertwined in the digital age. And as we stand on the edge of an era shaped by artificial intelligence, one unsettling question lingers. What if the images AI conjures are not just random echoes of data, but glimpses into something we were never meant to see? Loab is more than just a digital anomaly. It is a shadow born from the depths of algorithms we barely understand, a face that emerged uninvited and refused to disappear. If a simple string of code can manifest something so disturbingly persistent, what else might AI uncover, create, or reveal when we are not looking? Perhaps the true horror isn't in the images themselves, but in the realization that we have opened a door to something vast, indifferent, and beyond our control. And once that door is open, can it ever truly be closed?